Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. I'm Papa Boris, and I welcome you to my brand new Hearthstone series, Quest to Legend. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Now that the ladder has reset, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take a deck, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get to Legend with it. That's pretty much it. Now, I'm not a great constructed player, so the odds of me actually getting to Legend are pretty low, but hey guys, it's about the journey, it's about the quest, not the destination. Anyway, in this series, I am going to focus on one deck, and I would like to avoid net decking if I can. I don't think there's anything wrong with net decking or taking decks from the internet. However, I would just like to see if I can make my own, and I would like to see if you'll help me. I'm not a great constructed player, I'm not that great at making decks, but as we play along, I will make changes to the deck, and if you have suggestions, please post them in the comments. Perhaps with your help, I will, in fact, be able to propel myself to greatness. So, we're going to start with my Spiteful Rogue deck. I did make a video of this deck a while back, but it's changed since then. So the basic idea of this deck is, we got Spiteful Smith, which I think is an amazing creature, and I just wanted to make a rogue deck that had this creature. So it's really resistant to removal, and it turns your rogue dagger into a fiery war axe when it is enraged. We also have the Gadsden Auctioneer in combination with some cheap rogue spells like Backstab and Preparation for some card draw, and then Conceal and Deadly Poison, which cost 1 mana apiece, help the rogue draw cards off the Auctioneers as well. Got some Eviscerates for removal, Shiv, which I'm not actually 100% certain should be in this deck, and there's our spell/removal suite, all very short. For more removal, we have the Perdition's Blade, and then we get to the creatures. So there's Bloodmage Thalnos for some card draw and some spell damage to help improve the quality of our backstabs and our fans of knives. The Defias Ringleader and the best 2-drop in the game, Amani Berserker, are here as well. For 3 drops, I've got the Golem, which I think is kind of mandatory. I don't know how you make a deck without Harvest Golem. And Flesh-Eating Ghoul, which has some explosive potential. If you can control the board and get a Ghoul out, it's kill or die for your opponent. We have Chillwind Yeti, just a solid mid-range creature, and then of course our 2 5-drops, the Auctioneer and the Smith. Lots of stuff in this deck is up for change. I don't ever see myself removing the Spiteful Smith or the Backstabs, which is my favorite spell in the game. Everything else is totally up for grabs, so feel free to give me all the comments that you like as we play these games. Okay, let's go ahead and play ranked. Each of these episodes will probably be about an hour or so. And I'll be pretty happy if I can make it to rank 5 with this deck, because making it to rank 5 with a deck that you made yourself without, stealing any ideas from the internet is pretty impressive. Wouldn't you know it, our first opponent is a rogue. I was under the impression that rogues are not that common or popular, but we're up with a pretty bad opening hand. Don't really want to keep that, or that. I'd really like to get my actual 2-drops if possible. There aren't that many in this deck, but those would be ideal. Here we have Backstab. Now, Backstab serves an important role, and not only does it kill things, but also it can be used to trigger combo for your Defias Ringleader, if you should have one, which, of course, I don't. I got Preparation again. Now, there's just one of these in the deck. I find that having 2 is awkward, because honestly, there aren't that many rogue spells that benefit from this, but it is really handy for Fan of Knives and sometimes Eviscerate when you have a Gadsden Auctioneer out. Okay, no turn 1 play for my opponent. Sadly, I don't have anything as well. Since I have Perdition's Blade back here, I will go ahead and just swing at my opponent's face. You don't want to waste these charges, but you also don't want to waste the opportunity to deal damage either, so I figured I might as well whack her a little bit. We have a Novice Engineer. Well, that'll promptly die to my other blade. And then we can play a Harvest Golem, so we're off to a decent start. Fan of Knives, also a good card. Fan of Knives was in here back before the Warlock nerf, when the stupid Warlock decks with the Blood Imps were in full force. Maybe now Fan of Knives isn't as good, although it is pretty strong if you can get it out with the Blood Mage Thalnos. Alright, this is a pretty good answer to what I'm doing, because right now I don't have any way of killing this thing without hitting it twice, and that's not good. I could ping it with the weapon and then hit it again, but that doesn't seem really all that great. Although, what else am I doing with my life here? There's really nothing for me to do. Shoot. Yeah, I can't buff this in any way. Backstab's pointless. Yeah, we're gonna do this. So, it's not ideal by any means, giving her 2 cards, so it's kind of like, an Arcane Intellect that, also took a, dealt a damage to me and took a charge off my weapon. Not ideal, but we have a good turn next turn. We can do Auctioneer, Preparation, Fan of Knives, draw 2 cards. No, sorry, draw 3 cards, and get a 4/4 in play. Leper Gnome is a decent creature here. It's kind of making me waste my weapon because I obviously the regular old dagger could kill this just as well. Interesting that she's not playing a Leper Gnome until now. And interesting that she's doing all this with me having a golem in play. Anyway, that means that Fan of Knives doesn't really work. It actually does absolutely nothing. Great. Okay, there's the ringleader. Okay. We're gonna do this anyway. Because this is just a lot of cards. So we're gonna backstab one of them, get a card. Then we're gonna preparation to get a card. This is one of the things you have to understand when you play this deck, is that playing things just to get a card is pretty damn good. Now, I could do Fan of Knives or Shiv. I don't see Fan of Knives being all that useful, so I might as well... Like, it's like Shiv, but it costs 1 more mana to deal it to everything. Shiv can go to the face, though. Let's just do the Fan of Knives because it's more expensive. There's the Namani Berserker. There's another Fan of Knives. I'll hit this with my weapon to preserve the golem, and then we'll swing. So what I'm hoping is that she doesn't have Eviscerate. Granted, she has a bajillion cards, so it's very likely that she does have Eviscerate. Had I top decked into a Conceal, I would have played it with Preparation 100%, no questions asked. Since I didn't get a Conceal, I could not hide my Gadgetzan Auctioneer. So what's most likely coming is some kind of a 3-mana creature, then Eviscerate to kill my Auctioneer. Then I'll have to settle for, I guess, playing a Berserker. And Defias Ringleader. Actually going to back... Okay, so she'll kill it some other way. It looks like it's probably going to be a Perdition's Blade. Would be the most logical next step. Fan of Knives. Oh, okay, so Fan of Knives and then Dagger. It's an unconventional way of killing the Auctioneer. Or I guess Shiv? Is that what's coming up next? Alright, no, it's going to be Dagger. Well, this is actually probably better than her using Eviscerate. Because she didn't put anything on the board, which I like. And she's going to take 4 damage to the face, which I also like. So that's great. I might even go crazy and like do like 2 deadly poisons and just hit her in the face. We could try to burn her out. Oh, damn it, backstab. Okay, well, let's do this. And the bandit. Swing with the golem. Gonna make a dagger, and I'm not gonna attack. Because I've got both of my deadly poisons. So this thing could be super juiced to 5 power, turning into an Arcanite Reaper of sorts. That's 10 damage, 10 plus 8 is 18, and then she's pretty much dead to Shiv if these guys get to attack. She's doing this to draw a card, that's awesome, that's 2/3 of her mana gone. Unless she plays Backstab and Preparation and something, like it's really just not that effective. Haha, okay, well, that sucks. So she gave this taunt. I don't really care that she's killing us with her dagger because it's dealing damage, that's all I really care about. And we get another ringleader. Okay. I think the move here is gonna backstab this. Going to enrage my berserker. Let's get some more bandits out here. Fan of Knives, Fan of Knives. Oh my god, I should have shivved first. Well, I'll do it now. Eviscerate. Okay, that'll be good to go to the face. So now we'll do this. And we're going for the burn kill here. So if I can attack with this weapon and Eviscerate, that's 9 damage. If any of these creatures hits, she loses. She's got Fan of Knives, which she does. I'm in a little bit more trouble. She'd need like a second Fan of Knives to get rid of these. Or 2 shivs, I guess. If she daggers one, though, then she's dead. This is actually like a really tough fight, considering it's rank 25. I expected it to be easier. Maybe my deck isn't as strong as I thought, but I didn't really get any of my mid-range stuff. I got 1 Auctioneer, no Yetis, no Spiteful Smiths. I did get the Golem, which was important. Both ringleaders, but didn't really get a lot of my mid-range creatures. This deck might have too many spells and not enough creatures. That could be one of the things that we could look to change. Oh, she still has the coin. Wow. That's something. Okay, this? Well, this is so weird. This is a rare card. Why would you ever put this into your deck? So I guess this is the kind of this is the kind of freebie sort of a deal that we wouldn't get if we were higher ranked. So we're gonna actually get to attack with our bandits against all odds. Boink, and then Eviscerate. Job done. And give a well played. And that's our first game. Well, that was definitely a bit of a tough win for rank 25. So I don't know. But my current thought is that maybe I've got too many spells and not enough creatures, which would potentially limit how many good draws I can get. And again, I'll play for about an hour, so I started this around 9:02 p.m., so we'll finish shortly after 10, or however long that last game goes, and that's what we'll do in each episode. If I ever hit a roadblock, I'll take some serious time to read through the comments, the suggestions that people have, and then try to edit the deck. Okay, clearly I'm not as original as I thought playing Rogue. Here's another one. And I'm first again. Ugh. Okay, I'm actually going to keep the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, because creatures are kind of valuable. We get a Harvest Golem. Man, now I really wish I were the second player. So I could coin one of these on turn 2, get the Auctioneer. Blech. Pretty slow start. Maybe if I'd made this into more of an aggressive deck, getting rid of some of the spells and putting in some 1-drops or something to increase my first turn plays beyond hoping I'm second and hoping I have the Ringleader. The last rogue passed, and this rogue also obliged us by passing. I will again swing at her face. I currently don't have deadly poisons or any particular reason to hold on to this dagger. This is a different rogue. This is Aderm. She will do the same thing I did. And going by the same philosophy that I use in Arena, I'd rather play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul after I already have minions. So we'll do this. And do I swing at her face with the dagger? I'll keep that dagger up. We'll hedge my bets a little bit here. Now that I drew Deadly Poison, I regret hitting her in the face last turn. Maybe I just, as a policy, should never attack on turn 2. South Sea Deckhand has Charge. And then she actually used it to combo out a Ringleader. Well then. That's fine though, I've got the kill. So this is, I can kill everything she has. This is awesome. Just don't play anything. No, don't you even. Nip, dip, 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 dip. Put it away. Put it away. Put it away. No! Backstab. Well, she can kill the golem with her dagger, but since she hit me in the face last time, she doesn't have the dagger in hand to kill the golem as it returns. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The golem's gonna die. So, yeah, we're gonna do the Flesh-Eating Ghoul here. So I've got, you know, that. And I really wish I had enough mana to play Shiv. That would have been great. Backstab there. And then there. Now you might be wondering, well, wait a minute, Boris, why didn't you hold on to the backstab to use it next turn with the Auctioneer? The reason is that if I did that, she could just make a dagger and kill the ghoul with her 2-1. So anyway, she needs an answer to this. It's a bit tricky. She pretty much needs Eviscerate. Backstab and dagger would work as well, but then she would have to take 6 damage. Does she top deck an Eviscerate? Oh my god. Well, shit happens sometimes. No, she top decked an Elven Archer. Why would you put that in your deck if you're playing Constructed? What are you doing with your life, woman? Alright, so here, if I keep the Novice Engineer alive, she'll get to kill stuff. So I'm gonna, I could play these Berserkers. They'd be so good. Alright, let's make a dagger. Let's kill the Archer. And I have to choose now, do I Shiv this, or do I play a Berserker? I'm gonna Shiv that thing, which may seem like a bad idea, but the thing is, honestly, this ghoul, not only did that make it deal 2 damage, but my opponent kind of demonstrated last turn an inability to get rid of it. Now backstab doesn't work because it's damage, the dagger isn't enough. She'd need, like a, I guess an SI agent? Fan of Knives, okay. And another Fan of Knives. Well, that's one way to do it. I'm fine with that, that's okay. Got a pretty good turn here myself. So, got the Berserker, swing at her face, rebuild the dagger, got the dagger in hand now. 7 mana next turn, I can play the Auctioneer and Eviscerate.